Uh, so guys, let's start. Question first. Who can decide that work is a low risk and that a work permit is not needed? Answer is B. The issuer. Question number 2. Who is a work permit receiver? Answer is A. A person certified to receive permits. Question number 3. Restricted area include which locations? Answer number A. Pump stations, tank farms, and gas wells. Question number 4. What do you call an area where work permits are required? Answer is A. A restricted area. Question number 5. The safety of work site is a sole responsibility of an issuer. Answer is B. False. Question number 6. What responsibility do issuers and receivers share when signing? Answer is C. Maintaining safety condition at the site. Question number 7. Who decides whether an area should be restricted or not? Answer is C. The department manager. Question number 8. What is the purpose of the work permit system? Answer is A. To authorize a specific construction or maintenance work. Question number 9. What type of work does the work permit system authorize? Answer is D. A specific construction, maintenance, or repair work. Question number 10. Which of the following is not a restricted area? Answer is C. Dump site. Question number 11. The receiver can leave the job site anytime as long as he gets the permission from his supervisor. Answer is B. False. Who should keep the work permit? Answer is D. Receiver. Who should be assigned when working near combustible material? Answer is A. Fire watch. Question number 14. Who should point out all hazards and write the hazards on the work permit? Answer is C. Issuer. Question number 15. What must be checked during the joint site inspection? Select all items that apply. Answer is B and D. Equipment condition and safety devices. Who should ask for the work permit before they start working? Answer is C. Receiver. Question number 17. What training should a fire watch have? Answer is B. Trained to operate fire equipment. Question number 18. What is the purpose of a joint site inspection? Answer is D. To discuss the scope of work and identify any hazard or risks. Question number 19. Any worker can be assigned as a standby. Answer is B. False. Who is responsible for the safety of the work site? Answer is A. Issuer and receiver. Question number 21. Who install receiver's lock? Answer is C. One member from each work crew. Question number 22. Removing fuses from an electrical circuit or disconnecting electric wiring is an example of what? Answer is A. Isolating. Question number 23. The issuer must try to start up equipment at the field switch after it has been isolated and before work start to make sure. Answer is C. It cannot accidentally start. Question number 24. Installing locks and tags on electrical breaker prevent accidental. Answer is B. Startup of equipment. Question number 25. How can process equipment be cleaned? Answer is B. Steaming and oblique water washing. Question number 26. Who install locks and tags first? Answer is C. Operations. Question number 27. When operators change shifts, answer is C. Their keys are usually transferred to the new shift. Question number 28. Why are hold tags installed? Answer is B. To explain why the lock is installed. Question number 29. Why must equipment be de-energized and depressurized before work is started? Answer is C. Accident startup could happen. And question number 30. We isolate equipment to make sure it cannot be. Answer is B. Started up, leak or cause electric shock. Question number 31. A release of hazardous liquid or gases permit is required when? Answer is B. Pipe fitters open a line or install blinds. Question number 32. What is considered cold work? Answer is A. Sand removal and scaffold building. Question number 33. What is the acceptable level of LEL to allow hot work? Answer is D. 0%. What hazard would you find when doing hot work? Answer is A. Ignition source. Question number 35. We use work permits in hazardous areas to identify. Answer is C. Hazards and precautions. Question number 36. Select the statement where all three items are needed before allowing entry into a confined space. Answer is D. Lighting, standby man, air mover. Question number 37. What are the basic precautions for cold work? Select all items that apply. Answer is A, B, C, D, and E. special work procedures, gas test, standby man, barricades and warning signs, PPE. Question number 38. The use of a vehicle in an operating area requires which work permit? Answer is D. Hot. Question number 39. What is oxygen deficiency? Answer is B. A lower than normal amount of oxygen. Question number 14. What are the basic precautions for hot work? Select all items that apply. All answer. Fire watch, blind, isolate, clean and purge equipment, cover sewer, gas test, fire protection equipment. Question number 41. What are the basic precautions for confined space entry? Select all items that apply. Answer is B, C, D, E, and F. Take gas test, assign a standby man, use PPE, isolate, clean, and purge equipment, install air movers. Question number 42. Which work permit requires sewer to be covered within 75 feet? Answer is C. Hot. Question number 43. Where could an issuer find out which permit to issue for a specific job? Answer is D. On the back of any work permit. Question number 44. Work permits authorize. Answer is A. A specific work at a specific location. Question number 45. What must the issuer do if a joint site inspection is not done? Answer is A. Write why not on the work permit. Question number 46. Use a fire blanket or hand dig only are examples of what? Answer is D. Additional precautions. Question number 47. Who is responsible for safety at the work site after a permit has been extended? Answer is D. The issuer and receiver who signed the extension. Question number 48. What must the issuer write on the work permit? Select all items that apply. Answer is B, C. Signature, certificate number. D and E. Organization and badge number. Question number 49. The information entered in the exact work location box is important because it controls. Answer is B. Where the receiver can work. Question number 50. What must the gas tester write on the work permit? Select all that apply. Answer is B, C, D. Badge number, gas test results, signature. Question number 51. Why is the checklist section important to issuer and receiver? Answer is D. It makes sure important steps have been taken. Question number 52. Who must sign a permit issue for up to 30 days? Answer is C. Operations and Maintenance Division Head. Question number 53. Who is responsible for safety at the work site after a permit has been extended? Answer is D. The issuer and receiver who signed the extension. Question number 54. What must the receiver do if he stops work? Answer is C. Tell the issuer. Question number 55. The receiver must stop work if. Answer is C. The work site becomes unsafe. Question number 56. Who must sign the work permit to close it? Answer is D. Issuer and receiver. Question number 57. When must the work permit be closed? Answer is B. When the work is finished and the crew leaves. Question number 58. Who must sign a work permit to extend it? Answer is A. The new issuer and receiver. Question number 59. The issuer must stop work if. Answer is C. The job site was found to be unsafe. Question number 60. For how long can a work permit normally be issued and renewed without a special agreement? The answer is in GI 2.100, paragraph 4.5. Answer is A. 2 consecutive operational shifts up to a maximum of 24 hours. Question number 61. Work permits can be issued for up to 30 days if. Answer is C. It is highly unlikely that condition will change. Question number 62. What happens if work must continue past the time the original permit was to expire? Answer is B. Extend the permit or issue a new one. Question number 63. A pipe fitter cannot work on the same piece of equipment using a welder's work permit because. Answer is B. Each type of work involves different hazards. Question number 64. If a work permit is not issued during an emergency, what must be done to do the work? Answer is A. All safety precautions must be taken.